Good morning, Western Slope. Happy Friday. I'm Dalen Brazelton. Let's talk about your weather. Folks, it's going to be a lovely one for today as we're getting ready for another round of snow showers, but have no fear. We're not really expected to see that during the daytime hours, so you can head to work with sound mind today. Although we are seeing a very cloudy start on America's Mattress Live Tower Cam, expecting to see those clouds stick around all weekend long, of course, ahead of some of those snow showers that we'll be hopefully seeing starting after midnight tonight. And of course, it's Powderhorn's opening day. You've heard me talking about it. I've reported live from the mountain. Heck, I've even written a story about it. We're seeing that happening today. First chair is at 9 a.m. and we're shaping up to see some pretty nice conditions as well. That snow potential really starting to help gain some of that snowpack up there that we're needing. We're waking up right now just below freezing in Grand Junction. Mid-20s for Montrose, Nucla, low 20s for Paonia, Nucla. Glade Park seeing very similar conditions to Delta and Montrose. Honestly, very similar conditions to everywhere in our forecasting region, with the notable exception of GJ. For that classroom forecast, that first bell's ringing to 25 degrees, despite the fact that we're seeing a warmer start to the day. We're even seeing some of those colder morning hours as we're kind of getting ready for some of that snowfall, and that wind chill really doing a number on us, starting to feel very cold indeed. After school activities, though, finally getting out of the 30s, seeing 40 degrees expected with mostly clear conditions, although cloud coverage is expected all day long. I guess it would be safer to say partly cloudy conditions instead, because that's kind of what we're seeing all day long. Getting out of that freezing range around 10 a.m. and then finally barely scraping into the 40s around 1 to 2 o'clock for the rest of the afternoon. It's going to be a lovely time, but you're going to want to grab a coat because these morning hours are not messing around. Mid-20s, dropping down into the low 20s around 6 o'clock and then warming up from there. For that Cozy Cat forecast, I've had the privilege of having baby Lee with us hang out all week long, and it's going to be a lovely one to hang out with your cat a little bit longer today. Mostly cloudy conditions expected for the morning, and then that kind of just carries on for the rest of the day in various forms. A bit higher of a wind speed. Of course, we mentioned that wind chill kind of being a bit of an issue, but by the time we're heading into those later morning hours, that wind's expected to kind of die down, and then we see these upper 20s turning into those mid to upper 30s. Now, a lot of the winter storm watches that we saw yesterday have started being upgraded to winter storm warnings ahead of a lot of snowfall expected for the weekend, especially in these northern mountains. So this is set to expire tomorrow night, and then maybe we'll see that downgraded back down to a winter storm watch till Sunday. But you're going to want to exercise a lot of caution if you're doing any traveling along Vail Pass. Glenwood Canyon going to be pretty dicey as well. A lot of ice. Always make sure you're checking westernslope.com for our road report. That snow potential starting to work its way down. A lot of moisture from the Pacific Northwest. Baja coast is kind of pushing some of that up as well, and then that's mixing with the cold air from the north, and that's creating a lot of snow potential starting to slowly work its way down, although a majority of it is kind of missing us actually. A small sliver of it kind of branches off though. Most of it kind of heading towards the Great Lakes, the Midwest in that area. The Central Mountains though, we'll be seeing a fair amount of that kind of sticking around the region at the very least, and maybe seeing some more future snow potential, especially in those higher elevations. Could be seeing it kind of bleed over into the valley a little bit. So you could be seeing a dusting down here, but most of it is going to be concentrated to those mountains. So get ready for some snowfall up there, folks. As you take a look ahead of that Discovery Auto Group 7-day forecast, we're finally in the 40s, and that's going to be the case all week long until we see 50s return next Wednesday. Broncos playing the Raiders on Sunday. Going to be a great game, and we're seeing overnight lows pretty consistently in those mid-20s. Montrose slightly cooler, getting into the mid-30s, slightly warmer than yesterday, a little bit above freezing as well. Overnight lows in the low 20s. It's going to be an interesting one with more snow expected tomorrow.